Welcome everybody. This is Some Shit We Like. This is episode 280. Mike is laughing at me. He's here. Rick's here. I'm here. Cheese is in the chat. Let's do a podcast!
Damn. I'm laughing because you gave like no breathing room for Rick to cut. Like zero breathing room from when he goes, whenever you're ready, and you just started going as soon as he finished
I've been
talking.
liking to do that lately. It's like, okay, are we on? Okay, boom. Oh my God. So, anyways, if you have joined, sorry for yelling, everybody. God, I'm already acting like an asshole, but I just realized people could hear this.
Broke everyone's ears.
Sorry. Anyways, if you are joining us live, we appreciate you. We appreciate that. Thank you for joining us in the Twitch chat, and that means you found us, you follow us on social media, and you know when we go live. If you aren't watching us live, you wouldn't just be listening to us live, although you could. Then you're probably listening to us on podcast services everywhere, or you found us on someshitwelike.com, or maybe you're watching us on YouTube on the many clips that we post throughout the week on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at noon with a second. You know what? We post clips throughout the week because this week was all fucked up. I put 2 up on Monday, then I put 1 up on Tuesday, 1 up on Wednesday, and then 2 up on Thursday, 1 up on Friday. So we put clips up on days, okay? That's what we do. And they go up at times.
I was actually on top of it and posted all of them on Facebook too.
That's Comic-Con weekend. Can't blame it on.
I'm not blaming anybody or anything. I'm just saying I always run down a schedule. He's just got back. We started too soon.
God damn, you got a big ass house, Cheesy. We just went to go get a Hot Pocket. It took you forever.
So anyways, yeah. If we post clips, you'll know when they go up. Generally, they're up Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with the full show on Friday. If you want to watch this beautiful production, you can do that on Friday. So with that said, I'm going to eat more chips. What's up, guys?
So what's up, Rick?
Not much.
Nothing?
Well, no. Last night.
You cut yourself shaving?
I cut myself shaving pretty damn bad. It was awful.
Let me see your face.
Right
So,
here.
I just don't understand. Like, what happened?
I was shaving too quick.
I was getting ready to shave my neckline last night, and then I saw your post, and like it's been a long time. I don't have to shave as we've discussed here. My
You
facial
put
doesn't
that
go
on
very
Facebook?
fast. Instagram or something.
Oh, okay.
Instagram.
Yeah, and so his homemade Band-Aid, it was hilarious. I couldn't quite
I
tell what
showed
it
him.
was at first.
He showed it to me.
I was like, did he put a tampon on his face? What is he doing? But yeah, I was like, I told my wife I'm gonna go clean up my neckline and stuff, so I'm halfway presentable on the show tomorrow. And she goes, all right. And as I'm walking over, I see it, and I was like, oh no, this is some bad juju. It's been a long ass time since I've cut myself shaving, since I don't have to fucking usually shave with a blade very often. And I was like, I took my time. It took me like 20 minutes to shave my neck. And I was like, I am not cutting myself.
Yeah. Well, I got fucked up. I'm just all hairy right now, so whatever. But
Yeah, I just took Kleenex and the gaffer's tape that I have. Just put it on my face. I'll put a picture.
was it really that much blood?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know how Rick likes to overreact.
No. It was a lot because it
Okay.
wouldn't stop bleeding for a while.
I mean, generally what you should do...
Rick looked like somebody was holding him hostage. Like,
Yeah.
That's how he had it taped on his
That's
face.
why I'm surprised you posted that on social media. I was like, dang, dude. But usually, like, generally, I'll just take, like, tissue or something and put it right on the spot, and the tissue will stay there.
Yeah, exactly. I learned that from The Simpsons,
Yeah.
from Homer. But it wouldn't say.
Wow.
That's a funny episode.
Yeah. And anywhere you're bleeding,
And there,
here and here.
And there, and anywhere you're bleeding. But yeah, so Rick cut himself shaving. That's...
Oh, that sucks. So now, like, every time I move my lips, it's like, ow.
I'm just like, what was the race for? Like, like how are you going
I just
in?
wasn't paying attention.
He was going to play Uncharted last night.
And you were using a mirror. Obviously, right?
No.
No? You don't use a mirror?
No.
You just
What?
slice and dice, son,
Okay,
or what?
that's the problem. Why are you not shaving in front of a mirror?
I don't like to look at myself.
Do you, like, open the medicine cabinet door so you don't see yourself?
I'm confused.
Okay.
I asked you that question. No, there's reason behind this because I think I told Rick, I'm like, well, a lot of times I like to shave in the shower just because, like, I'm already in there.
Fucking get it in.
It's wet, and yeah.
She said.
And he goes, well, how do you do that? Like, without, I'm like, I got a shower mirror or whatever. Like, and so there's a shower
It's
mirror
like an anti-fog
and all this other stuff. And then I think you told me, like, I might try it in the showers without a mirror. And I'm like, don't do that, dude. Just get a fucking mirror. So I kind of thought you were serious at first. That's why that wasn't based off nothing.
That's funny.
Damn. Rick,
Yeah, it sucks, man, but it
you
happens.
gotta be careful. You should get one of those. What is it called? I should have one.
Safety razor?
No,
No.
well that, but
That's a one blade deal though.
Straight
That's
blade?
fucking super
no.
sharp.
What's it fucking?
Fucking
Yeah. You guys keep talking.
Have you ever had that straight blade razor shade with like the
No, no.
It's
Again,
really nice.
my facial hair doesn't grow in very quickly, and every time I want to do that, like, I'm sure there's some out here, but I know there's the Art of Shaving in Vegas.
Yeah, there's
And
a third here too.
I've always wanted to do that, like, but I don't know. I don't grow good facial hair, and it doesn't grow very quickly. So anytime we end up there, I've already cleaned myself up, and there's no need to go. But I've always wanted to go do that.
It feels good.
Like, it
I've been scared.
seems like a
because,
manly
like,
thing that I've never done. Like, I've fired guns. I've
I've
done a
fired
whole
guns.
lot of shit. I've done like quote unquote manly things,
Yeah.
but I've never gotten like a straight blade shave.
Yeah, I haven't done that either.
Do it.
And
I
I
should
don't
make a
an alum-
mandate out of
an
it
alum
next time we
block.
go to Vegas.
You should get an alum block. It's one of those things.
Oh,
you
yeah,
get- yeah. Or they have a styptic pen. I have
Yeah.
one of these. Are safety razors where it's at, man? Although I don't know if I trust you with a safety
I
razor,
don't
knowing that you're fucking cutting yourself this bad with one of the 5 blade or whatever the fuck you
That's like the
use.
first time I cut myself in like a long ass while.
I'm not saying Rick
You're
doesn't
right,
know
right.
how to shave. I'm just saying you cut
Also,
yourself with
real
something
quick,
that's supposed to protect you. So.
Those Harry's razors last for fucking ever, man. Especially when you don't have to shave very often, like
That's what I
myself.
use.
Yeah, I know. That's why I brought it up. But yeah.
Link in the description.
I wish we had like a
10%
fucking
off.
offer code or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That'd
If
be
you
all
want to
referral-
cut,
it's
if
a
you would like
referral
to cut
code.
your face like Rick, Harry's razors.
They're sharp. I can tell you that.
right. They cut shit for sure.
Cheesy waxes meat in the shower. Well, all right.
All right, well,
Let's start.
way to bring the show to a grinding halt, Cheesy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend.
Yeah, we
Well,
just
I'm just
talked
saying,
about
let's
this.
not pretend Cheesy's the only one that's ever done that in his
Okay.
life.
All
That's
right.
it.
I'm
I'm,
just
sure
saying,
there's other
we
people.
just talked
Not
about
anyone
this.
sitting at the table, but I'm sure there's other people out there that
This is
are
a
just
Christian
like,
channel.
that are just like you, Cheesy. My drink's empty.
Oh no.
I'm good.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
It's a-
Are we ready to go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. What are we gonna do here?
All right.
Talk about
So
stuff.
let's talk about trailers, I guess.
Yeah.
So we got 2 trailers for you this week, not 100 like last week.
Or a couple weeks ago.
Wait, can I time out?
Okay.
There's no news.
I mean, there is, but like we've already talked about the whole like the facial with the Fox Disney thing. Like they've been voted already.
But what about like you guys talked so long about Buffy, and you're not going to talk about the new follow up from this week?
Oh, we should probably talk about that.
Yeah,
follow-up.
hello.
Oh yeah, because you're right. So
No,
you want to,
that's not what I
you
want.
want
That's
it,
not what
you
I'm doing
want-
it for.
you want
I'm
the
just saying
glory.
I think it's only fair
I still
after
say
you guys had a
time
hardcore
will
discussion.
And again,
Oh, come on.
my whole argument had nothing to do with the story or plot or anything like that. My argument was completely separated from the Buffy IP.
My point was is Rick was worried that they were going to recast everybody, and she pretty much said line for line what Rick would want to hear. There's only one Buffy. There's only one Xander.
Yeah.
There's only
Yeah.
one Popeye. There's only one Luigi. I don't know the name of all the characters. But that's exactly
should
what
watch
you
it.
want. That's exactly what you wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. Just be patient. Just wait. And so that's all.
I swear, I think if Bryce watched Buffy, he'd like it.
I think he would too.
Because you like Veronica
Yeah, I
Mars
think he would too.
a lot. So
Don't watch
Okay, let's not change the
from season
subject.
3 forward.
I feel like this article
season
should
3
be
after,
pulled up.
yeah, because the first 2 are hard to get into
I think it's cool that
for some people.
that they're going to do that, if that's what gets done. I mean, I'm in the same boat you are. I don't think they have a fucking script. I don't think they have a plot line. I don't think they have
Yeah.
anything other than, hey, we're doing this Buffy thing to throw it out there and see what kind of reaction we get. Because that's kind of the way things are working now.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, here's that thing. Do you like it? Do you want it? No? Yes? No? Let us know. We can...
I feel like they were vague
Change
like
it on
that
the
on
fly.
purpose just to see what
Yeah.
people would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what we were talking about last week, too. It was like, it was
Start a
purposely,
conversation.
purposefully vague.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
We have to give that the proper attention after we have a fucking 30-minute, unnecessary video now about the subject.
I mean, I wouldn't call it unnecessary because Rick even
Yeah.
premised his casting thing with if they
No,
do go
I
down
know,
this route.
But I'm just saying, Rick, I feel like as a big Buffy
Well, you know
fan.
what? I'll cut this and
You
I'll
should-
put it up unlisted.
You should-
with the little thing at the beginning
I
of
just,
the.
it's not
of that
fair.
video.
I feel like the article should be up here on the screen right now. The tweet should be up there. Like, you should give credit where it's due. Someone that's
Yeah.
saying that she's a fan for her, like,
Yeah,
you
that
should,
makes me happy.
you should have so much faith in everything that she said. To me, like, you should have like a giant fucking burden lifted off your shoulders. You should feel so much better. But okay, let's just let's just gloss over it. You know, it's fine. No big deal.
I think the thing with Rick, I don't know if I'm going to speak for Rick right now. He can tell me if I'm wrong or not. I think the thing with Rick and a lot of people who see Buffy as iconic, I love it, don't necessarily want a sequel thing or an extended universe. Like somebody posted in the comments, like, there's a lot of other lore because they continued it in comics and shit like that, like, and that people really do like. But it was a straight up continuation kind of thing. I don't know. When it comes to properties that I'm super, super into, and then it's like 20 years later, oh, we're gonna do another one. It's like, as a fan of the thing originally, I generally don't want that. It goes the same in video games too. I'll if I was a fan of Buffy, I'd watch it because it's the thing I like. Similarly to like in video games with The Last of Us Part 2, I didn't think a second one needed to be made. I'm intrigued to see where they go. I like the characters. I like that world, so I'll play it again. But I just don't see me liking it as much as I like the first one because I feel like it was a self-contained thing that didn't need to go any further. And it just goes along with the things we're always talking about with the over-sequelization of everything, whether it's movies or books or video games. And anything where there's a story to be told, I think gets overly sequelized, and I don't know. I just kind of see it as like it's unnecessary to sequelize it or unless you... I think the more intriguing thing to do is same actors, same characters, fucking 20 years later, how they're getting along. Like, what's happening in their lives now. That's a thing that I'm kind of into, and
Maybe
I wish more things would do.
Reunion type of, like, 3-part episode or something.
Something, like like a miniseries or something like that. Like, I remember you on Curb Your Enthusiasm when they were, like, doing this, they did the Seinfeld stuff on it. You were, like, super into it because you really like Seinfeld, and it was cool to see them all those years later kind of fall right back into those
it was great.
characters and those roles. And I think, but like, let's do another, like, it doesn't have to be Seinfeld, but let's do another show about a struggling comedian in New York and his friends and their shenanigans. Like,
let's do another show about nothing.
and the same people would be involved.
Yeah.
You'd probably be like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, it's, when you love a property, it's hard to watch them try and fucking milk it for more content.
Yeah, and I could agree with that for the most part, but like, yeah, I would rather see, like I said, like I talked about Star Trek and The Next Generation, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Next Generation, or whatever.
Sounds like that's what you're getting.
Yeah, and yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. I mean, but Mike, I hear all your shit because
I would still rather.
I rolled my eyes so hard. What would you still rather? Because I feel like we're gonna change subjects too hard.
Have a continuation.
Okay.
I think that's what you're getting.
No, but.
No, he means same people.
With
like,
the same people?
No.
Oh,
like,
no?
like new people, but a continuation like present day.
I think that's what you're
kind
getting.
of what they're doing.
She just said it's
right?
contemporary. It's building off the
But
lore.
But then in the same
day.
universe. That's what I meant. In the same
That's
universe.
what she said.
I don't think it's gonna be in the same lore, but I don't think it's gonna be in the same universe as Buffy, Xander, Willow.
Okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Or it could,
that's purely speculation,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
the tweet actually implies otherwise. To me, I think it is all in the same universe because it's building off stuff that's already been established. I don't want to have another fucking 20-minute... Bottom line, there should be positive news, and that's it. I just wanted to recognize it as a fan. I mean, I'm with you. I rolled my eyes so hard this week because I saw that they're fucking apparently doing another Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
Like, they're redoing that, and I'm just like... How many things have to be redone?
And to be honest,
you know?
I didn't like the movies they did in the early 2000s.
Right.
I grew up watching the old show in syndication.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've really... That's just never been anything I've messed around with or whatever.
Cameron
but
Diaz, Lucy Liu, and
Drew Barrymore. And Drew Barrymore was like executive producer and shit.
Yeah.
And again, those aren't terrible movies.
I've never watched them.
Yeah.
I feel like the only one that really fit in was Lucy Liu. I don't think the other two really fit in that.
Yeah.
Was
those
it Cameron
roles.
Diaz?
Yeah.
It was, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But bottom line, it is happening though.
Yeah.
And I feel like for you, it should feel like now at this point it's happening in the best way possible. Like Joss Whedon's involved, and this lady's a fan, and has no intention of rewriting or replacing characters.
Right.
So,
I think that's good. I think
good,
it's
yeah.
real good to come out and say that.
All you could do is, again, like I preached last week, sit back and wait and see what comes of it. I mean, that's it.
If it's in the state that you and I think it's in, there's really nothing there. It's real easy to pivot though.
Yeah.
When you get the reaction
Yeah.
they got, you know.
I mean, I still think it's bizarre to say it's gonna be a black Slayer, because I mean that just makes me think like you have one picked out already, or you're just gonna deliberately find a black person. I mean, just in the same way, it's like it's coming back. It's not Buffy. It's gonna be a Mexican Slayer. It's just like, well, what? Like, just
Why?
find the person. If they're Mexican, great. If they're black, they're great. If they're a white person, great.
Mm-hmm.
That wording is still so weird to
Yeah.
me. But anyways, at the same time, I don't feel like I've heard anybody from the show actually say that, though, right? I feel like it's just been like something that's been included in articles, but I have yet to see a quote. But I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, I would just say things swung more in the positive direction. You know, I think some of your fears should be put to rest.
Yeah, they are. Little bonus thing, as I was looking at that article, there was another article, like, you know, like similar articles like requested. Shonda Rhimes, who does all those, I don't know, she has like so many shows.
Grey's Anatomy, a bunch of shit.
Apparently, there was an article there where she was talking about how Buffy influenced her writing, and like how that show like changed her life.
Oh,
in
really?
a period of time where she had like a dark period.
Oh, wow.
Which I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm kind of curious to see
I
some
also
of her stuff.
Yeah, I also think too, I mean, again, it could all just be lip service, but I don't know why she'd go out of her way to say this stuff. But for her to say, like, for some writers it's Star Wars, for me Buffy is my Star Wars. For her to have
Right.
like to hold it up that high, I just feel like you should feel like it's in really good hands, and I don't think Joss Whedon would have it any other way. You know what I mean? Like, but who knows? I don't, Cheesy, you're saying some shit right now that I just don't know. I mean, I'm down to talk about this stuff. I just don't know if we should be talking about this on the
there.
podcast. I just didn't. Anyways.
All right, so yeah,
I just felt like that should be addressed, just because there was so much. I don't want to say negativity, but so much like, and it's like I feel like.
I think not just Rick's, but I think a lot of the reaction was like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
But,
Like, I still say that one fucking tweet that I pulled last week of, y'all can at least pretend to have an original idea.
I mean, that's the story of the
Yeah.
TV and Hollywood industry, anyways.
And that's not to
TV,
say that there's not good original movies coming out and good original television series coming out.
Yeah.
But it just seems like so much of the news cycle in the entertainment world is covered by
What's
reboot
coming
and
back.
sequel and this and that. And like, all right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. But all right,
Okay.
prove it to me that it needed to happen. Prove to me that it needs to happen.
If anything, I think a lot of the
Prove me wrong,
originality
kids.
is coming from TV. Like, there's
Yeah.
so many good TV shows out there. Yeah, I just want to say too, because we did touch upon this a little bit on this show before. Castle
Cheesy
Rock.
does himself.
Castle Rock. We
Uh-huh.
talked about that
Yeah,
show. It started this
Is
week.
it good?
I think it's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like. It's on Hulu. They put 3 episodes. It's gonna air every Wednesday, so there's gonna be doing every week. Now, tell me what you guys think about this. I brought this up actually for a reason. We're talking about TV because
Okay.
I like this. So you know how?
Oh, he's perching.
No, I'm not
He's
perching,
perching.
but I think this could be a good conversation because maybe you guys will think I'm wrong, and that's fine.
Uh-huh.
But you know, like a new show comes out, you guys check it out, and sometimes you'll sit here and watch the show and be like, you know, the first episode didn't grab me. Like, I'm gonna give it a few episodes, or it took till episode 4 or 5 until I really got
Yeah.
it. So I actually thought it was really smart. For what Hulu did is they released 3 episodes at once right up front, but the show's still going to be released weekly. And I'm
Right.
like, you know, I could get behind that because when you're talking about like something that's brand new
Yeah.
and you're trying to get into something, whether it's a half hour or an hour, it is kind of hard. Like, even if it's a really good episode, it's hard for you to like already be like, yeah, I'm into this. I'm anxious for next week. I liked being fed
Right.
a lot of that up
That is-
front.
That's how
that was a good idea.
Yeah.
The Good Place with Kristen Bell.
Yeah, they did.
They did two
2
episodes.
episodes.
Basically.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
When Roseanne came back, they did 2 episodes.
2 episodes.
Like throughout the course of television, from that I remember, it would happen like few and far between, where they would do like, here's 2 episodes, or here's 2 this, or here's a longer episode of that, and like it ends up being better for the show. because you have better time or more time to get involved with the characters and latch onto it.
Yeah.
And I think that's becoming way more. It's happening a lot more now, and I think it's like you're saying, that's a good way to do it.
Right. Cheesy, just to respond, different though. Like I know that Netflix drops the whole season, and I mean there's benefits to that too. But I'm saying in this case, this show's still going to come out weekly. But what they did to kind of suck people in is they gave you 3-hour episode, and I think that was good because it totally sucked me in. So the show is really good. Like basically, like you don't have to be a Stephen King fan. Like there's definitely a lot of fan service.
Is it an hour long?
Yeah, it's an hour.
Okay.
There's a lot of fan service in there. For people, like they'll notice like Easter eggs and references to like Shawshank and like other stuff.
I'm gonna be unprofessional. Look at my phone real quick.
Yeah, do it. I look at my
it.
phone all the time. I'm unprofessional all the time.
Keep going. Keep going.
But anyways, you don't have to be because like I really haven't read much Stephen King. I don't know a lot of Stephen King stuff. But the show is set in Castle Rock, which from what I understand, and I could be wrong. I'm not gonna say that I'm right. So you can tell us in the comments, whatever. But the way that I understand, I think Castle Rock has been the setting for almost all of his stories. Like, maybe different stories, but it all takes place in this town. So the town is kind of the center of this. And there's a shit ton of fucking people in this show, too. Like, so many people. Like, offhand, I was like, oh, wow, you're in this? You're in this? Like, lots of people. I wish I could remember their names offhand. But Castle Rock, I highly recommend it. I think it's really good. As long as I'm talking about that, too, I've also been watching Sharp Objects on HBO.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
You won't. But it's good. It's good though, and someone said this, and I could kind of see that. Someone wrote an article saying that Sharp Objects and Castle Rock are like the same show, different setting.
Okay.
They're kind of both like there's like a big heavy mystery involved, and I don't know. They're both just really fucking good.
It's based off the Gillian Flynn book.
Yeah. Well, anyways, regardless, Sharp Objects is good, and Castle Rock, like, I'm endorsing it. I just wanted to talk about it because we watched 2 trailers on this show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking people on that show. I'm blanking. You guys, we could change
Dude,
that.
Sharp Objects? Yeah, I think it's.
No,
Amy
I'm talking about
Adams,
Castle Rock.
Oh.
Is there any other
Yeah, Amy Adams and a bunch of people.
shows or TV type style things, whether it's Netflix or Hulu or actual television, that you guys are looking forward to?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
Bill
some stuff. He's in there.
Skarsgård.
Jane Levy, Sissy Spacek,
Holy shit.
what's his
Terry
face?
O'Quinn, Locke from
Locke.
Lost.
There's a lot
Oh, wow.
of fucking people in the
Okay.
show. Like, it's really fucking good. It's really, really good. So I fully endorse Castle Rock. In fact, I was gonna tell you, I almost messaged you to tell, because I don't know if I want to say that it's horror, because it's not. It feels more like a mystery, but I was going to say, why don't you tell James Redwine about this? Because I feel like this could be a show that he might like. But anyways, I wanted to bring that up with that format. I thought that was cool. I'm like, I like you giving me a lot up front to give me something to sink my teeth into. Because I do think it's hard to be given 30 minutes or an hour to be like, okay, now you're going to watch this next week?
Yeah, because inevitably, if it's
With
a
a
new
new
thing,
thing.
if it's a new thing, a new IP, new characters, that first episode literally is, here's all the characters you're going to encounter in this season. It's hard to do that in a way that gets you like really invested in the characters or in the show or in the setting. Yeah. The reason I asked about the TV stuff is because there is, I don't know if I'm looking forward to it. I'm cautiously looking forward to it, and that's Mayans MC, which is the spinoff of Sons of Anarchy, and it's starting September 4th. But I don't know if I'm actually looking forward to it, or I'm just kind of worried about the whole thing.
All you could do is just watch it and
Give
see
it
what
a
you think.
chance.
That's it. But there's a lot of, there's a ton of TV stuff I'm looking forward to. I know Rick and I are both looking forward to the new season of American Horror Story because it's crossing over 2 really awesome seasons. There's so much stuff. There's something else in August, I feel like. But yeah, there's a lot of TV. I feel like I get more excited about TV stuff these days than I do movies, just because I just think that there's a lot of awesome content on TV right now.
My daughter got all excited because there's a Netflix thing coming out called Insatiable. I think it's a TV series, and it's with Debbie Ryan, and she's a former Disney actress.
That sounds really familiar.
There's been ads for it all over the place. Yeah. I don't know what the premise is. I just know that the little quick trailers I see in my social media timeline feeds are fucking obnoxious. But I think that's the point of the character. Is you're not supposed to like her. Which is weird because she's a very likable person, and the characters that she's played in the past on Disney were very likable. Yeah. But that's something that I'll probably end up watching with her because that's August 10th, I think, when that comes out. But it's a Netflix thing.
Teen Titans Go.
To the movies. Have you seen the trailer for that?
I haven't.
It's out. Like, it came out yesterday.
Yeah, I know the
Teen
movie
Titans
came
Go to
out.
the Movies is what it's called, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I never watched a cartoon, so it's like I can't.
I don't like it.
I can't say yes or no.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've never watched a cartoon, so.
I think
As far as
Cheesy,
that-
real quick, I think Cheesy was saying, I'm guessing that he's saying it's going to be dope. I'm so hyped. That was for us talking about American Horror Story. So I'm assuming- That's cool. We're looking forward to that too. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go to the Movies. It's a funny trailer. It looks cute or whatever, but I've just never been a fan of the Teen Titans stuff.
Yeah.
I
Did you
just
see the trailer for the live action one?
No.
Like the live action Titans or
No.
whatever?
No. I'll have to watch that later.
Where Robin says, "Fuck Batman."
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
It got memed so badly.
Okay.
It looks terrible in my opinion.
Cheesy says you're hating and for us to kick you out.
For what? About Teen Titans?
I'm guessing.
I'm not hating, dude. I just said it's not for me. I didn't say you were a bad person for liking it. You're the one that needs to go. But don't go. Don't go.
Please don't go.
Uh,
But yeah, that's as far
Yeah.
as it.
yeah.
Like, movie wise, I didn't see any movies this week.
I was potentially going to see Sorry to Bother You, but
Sucks,
I
we
know
can talk about it.
I need to see it anyway. Like, but no place was showing it at a time that was feasible for us to get to.
So, well, really quick, I rewatched Silver Linings Playbook last night,
Okay.
and I still feel the same way. It's good up until the ending.
Okay.
The ending's terrible.
I didn't like that movie. I watched it on an airplane one time because there's nothing else to watch, and it was just.
The ending's terrible.
I mean, just from the trailer, it
The
seemed,
last
like,
5
it seemed like a
minutes-
Rick movie.
It is a
It is a
Rick-ass
Rick-ass
movie.
But yeah. Anyways, should we move on to trailers?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay. So first trailer
Yeah.
is what is our first trailer?
Mid-90s?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay,
First,
so
the first link.
first trailer is mid-90s.
Written and directed by Jonah Hill. It's
Yes.
his directorial debut.
I haven't seen the trailer. I think they too have.
You have it?
I saw it.
Yeah, I did too.
I watched it.
I have
I-
not.
So before we get into it, I watched it and I thought this, and then I said it to Rick when we got here. I was like, "This is right up your fucking alley, dude. Like this."
Yeah.
As much as it is up my alley, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, Rick's gonna love this trailer." I hope I'm right. I hope he
Yeah,
doesn't
we'll
do.
see.
I hope he doesn't do his fucking Rick thing and go
Yeah, like he did for Glass.
last month or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, that's clever.
Yo, I'm out. Stay out of my fucking room, Stevie.
Huh. Oh shit.
Skating like shit today, man. Looks cool to me. I'm moving. Stevie.
Hey, y'all not supposed to be around here. Get the fuck out.
Hey, the little nigga with the toys are trash. Come here.
Can't say nigga, I don't think. You fucking Sheryl Crow looking motherfucker.
Never been in a car with that towards mom and dad before.
You're so cute. You're like at the age before guys become dicks.
Yo, what the fuck?
You think you're pretty cool. Your ghetto ass friends.
You good?
You think you're tough and shit. You're just a little fucking kid.
A lot of the time, we feel like our lives are the worst. But I think if you looked at anybody else's closet, you wouldn't trade your shit for their shit. So let's go.
That's why we ride a piece of wood, like what that does to somebody's spirit.
Stevie, what the fuck are you doing?
Yo, Stevie fucking insane.
no date or anything. I got really sad at the end with like no date, no like release window, no nothing. But like I saw that trailer and I was like, dude, this looks fucking rad.
Was it like shot on
I think
VHS
I
or
think
something?
I think the VX stuff, the fisheye stuff, I think was probably. I don't know. I'm gonna
No, most of
assume
the
it was
trailer
shot.
was like all
It looked
4x3.
Yeah, I think it looks really fucking cool, man.
That looks
I'm
amazing.
super into that.
I was so hoping he's
Yeah.
gonna no, that look good. Like, I mean, come on, dude. It's too on the head. Like, it's called Mid90s. At the very beginning, they showed a Ren and Stimpy shirt, and like they made Sheryl Crow like
Street Fighter 2.
It's too 90s ass
Too many
90s.
90s
Like
references.
seriously, in a movie called Mid90s, you know, too much.
Yeah.
No, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that looks cool.
Especially with all the skateboarding.
So
I don't know if that's legit, but I see October 19th.
Oh, okay, cool. I think so. Here's the thing I'm
Yeah.
kind of worried about because they did this in a show recently that I really liked. Also, I hope they don't make. I hope they kind of catch. It seems like kind of giving you the vibe of skateboarding. Like it's a bunch of kids who don't feel like they belong anywhere.
Yeah.
They get together and they feel like they belong to something. I just hope that they don't, like realistically make all the kids assholes and like shitty kids because they're skateboarders. Like
Right.
they did that in Cobra Kai and it really bummed me out. It was like, of course, the guys that are fucking stealing shit are skateboarders. Like, no, that's fucking terrible to do that. It's just a shitty stereotype about skateboarding and people who skateboard that's been going on for 35 fucking years, and it's kind of shitty.
Yeah, most of the skateboarders I knew in high school were really cool.
Yeah,
They were friendly.
Most of them are all big fucking outcast nerds who can't get along with anybody except each other because you're all trying to learn how to kickflip together. Like it's skateboarding is definitely something that brings people together and not necessarily is there to be fucking negative. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's some of that in here, but I don't think it's overt. I kind of feel like this is the most, from the trailer, it's the most realistic portrayal of skateboarding I think I've kind of ever seen, or people who are involved
Yeah, it
in
looks
skateboarding.
really cool.
So I'm
Almost kinda
really
gives me,
excited
like,
about it.
A kid's vibe too.
Yeah.
Just like the way, like, I think it looks good. The way it's shot, in particular, like, looks dead on, straight like home video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a movie. Cheesy. This isn't a criticism of the movie at all, but after watching the trailer, I'm just like, this is the most Jonah ass movie. Like, this would be, because Jonah Hill has hit that period where it's like, I'm a serious actor now, and I only do serious roles, and blah, blah, blah. Like he's trying to seem like he's trying to separate himself from the comedy stuff, and I'm like, of course, this is the vibe of his directorial debut. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but it just made me laugh. I'm like, okay,
I
that's
would-
what I would expect from the first,
I
directed
think
and written by.
I haven't said this in a long time, but I know he goes on there quite often. I'm kind of excited about the eventual Howard Stern interview
Oh,
where
yeah.
we hear about why he chose to write this. I hope this is kind of something like that's very it's
Sure,
always
I mean,
better
yeah.
when it's more personal to the writer. Like
Yeah.
it just feels like this is probably really personal to him.
Yeah.
Like the way he grew up
No,
or how
totally.
he felt and stuff. So I'm super hyped for this movie,
Yeah.
and I think it looks really fucking cool. And like, you guys know me, I'm a sucker for anything with skateboarding in
Yeah.
it, especially if it's portrayed properly.
Yeah. You see what I'm like? I wasn't a knock. Do you guys see what I'm saying about Jonah
Oh,
Hill?
for
Like
sure,
how
for
he's
sure.
kind of. That's fine. That's not a knock on him if that's the deal.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cheesy's asking if is this for theaters or Netflix. I'm guessing because it's A24 or A24. It's
probably
probably going to be
about
pretty
that.
limited release.
Yeah.
October 19th.
Oh, okay. That's in the post anyway. All right, cool.
So,
I didn't read the description, obviously.
So unprofessional.
I don't read descriptions. I don't click the fucking cards. I don't click the next video or previous video shit. Like,
You're the problem with YouTube.
I don't ever find another channel by doing that, or another video by doing that. I don't. I feel like they're wastes. Not necessarily
Is
the
it-
description. That's a whole different thing. But if it's like, this is like the production company, YouTube, right? Is that who it is that put the trailer out? So like, I don't. It's just fucking marketing anyway.
Right.
So.
Cheesy. It's called Mid90s. He asked what's it called again, and he apologized.
Mid-90s.
Mid-90s, no spaces, no apostrophes.
All right. So, shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really fucking excited about that one, dude.
All right. So this next trailer,
Have you guys watched this?
I have actually.
Okay. That's kind of why I put it in there, because you guys are both big Simpsons fans. So I wanted to see what you guys were gonna say about this.
Okay.
I was really curious to watch this too, just because, as you guys know, I really haven't. I kind of casually watched The Simpsons, you know. So for some reason, I just don't feel like The Simpsons is mine.
Right.
So I'm kind of excited just to see if this is something I could jump into at the beginning.
Yeah.
So that's why I was really curious to see what this was.
In that book series I read, the Magic 2.0 series, there's a character who comes from before The Simpsons, and he doesn't get any of the references that any of the other characters make, and that's kind of the joke.
Okay.
And when I first read that book, I was like, oh, dude, Bryce is in this book. And then Rick read it, or he had it read to him by Audible, and he goes, oh my God, Bryce is totally in this book. He doesn't get any of the Simpsons references.
It's just funny. Like, I just didn't religiously watch The Simpsons.
Yeah, I hear you.
And it was never because I didn't dislike it.
You are an anomaly, sir.
I'm different.
Your presence is requested at the royal wedding of Prince Gisbert of Bentwood and Princess Bean.
Do you take this man to be your husband?
No! Oh my God. This is a bad time to be coming down off of that high.
So how'd it go?
I want to be in charge of my own destiny.
I want to see the outside world.
I want to get rid of all the diseases plaguing mankind and replace them with worse ones.
Being you're out of control.
I don't even know what to yell at you.
I'm not so bad.
Well, you did kill that one guy.
I'd be fine if someone could just slide my head up a bit.
Isn't there a point in everyone's life where they need to go and figure out who they are? Whew, I'm a good butcher.
This is a pet shop.
What's this feeling I don't want to drink away?
That's hope.
I've got a bad idea.
What's bad about it? Oh, never mind. I see.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm drowning. I'm Elfo.
Remember, the trick to not getting swept over the waterfall is swimming upstream.
Got it. You can do anything if you believe in yourself.
My favorite thing about that is that fucking Elfo looks like a Happy Tree Elf.
Oh my God, you're right. I was the first time I watched it, like, why does he look so familiar?
Yeah. I love the way it looks. I like it's like the antithesis of a Disney princess story, which I think is good. It looks,
oh my God.
that looks fucking cool, man. I'm in on that for sure.
Same.
Yeah, so I am too, because I'm curious. I want to see, and I just want to see, like, I'm not saying this is going to be the next Simpsons, but, like, I'm excited about it because I know the street cred, I guess, that Matt, how do you say his last name? Groening, that he has. And I'm like, this is next new series. Like, I want to jump in on it and see if it's good, and it's soon, August 17th. So then I was curious, as you guys being hardcore Simpsons fans, like, what you thought.
Yeah, it looks fucking rad. It looks like something that exists inside of The Simpsons, like a movie or a TV show that exists within The Simpsons world.
Yeah,
because
it's like an extended version of like those storytelling episodes.
Right. It vaguely looks like The Simpsons stuff, which is kind of like anything animated in The Simpsons universe, kind of and ends up looking similar to The Simpsons, like the Happy Tree Elves video that Maggie likes to watch, or like Itchy and Scratchy and stuff like that. So this looks like it could exist inside the continuity of The Simpsons, which I think is fucking cool.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you guys are pumped.
This is a TV show?
Yeah, new series.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure about.
Yeah.
You want to be unprofessional? What's the series run? How many did they get for this first season? Do you know?
I'll be unprofessional.
Okay.
But
yeah, I do like. I love The Simpsons. I'm one of the people that still thinks that it never really lost it. I think people think it lost it because it kind of has done the same thing for over 20 years. But I really do feel like there was one episode, but I hadn't watched it for a while. But you know, I'd watched.
I have the answer. Sorry.
Okay.
You could stop.
I hadn't watched, caught up 1-to-1 in a long time. And then I saw one episode completely out of context. And that's the best part about The Simpsons. You can watch any episode completely out of context. That's why I was like, it shouldn't feel daunting to jump in. Just fucking jump in somewhere.
Yeah,
you know.
I don't think it does, but it's just. I guess it does to an extent. I don't feel like I
so
can.
Because
but
there's
yeah,
so much. I got
there
you.
is so much.
How
But yeah,
many-
to answer your question, 20 have been ordered.
Okay.
And so the first 10 will be out on August 17th.
Awesome.
So I guess you could say there's 2 seasons.
Okay.
So far.
So it looks like you have some voices from Futurama and The Simpsons in this. You have
That's
John
the other vibe I
DiMaggio,
got too was Futurama.
Billy West, I think she was the
Maurice.
Maurice.
Did you
Oh, no, she wasn't.
watch Futurama at all, Bryce?
Yeah, did
No.
you?
I've only seen episodes here and there. That was another thing that I got excited when it came back.
Yeah.
And I think I watched some of those new episodes and I
Okay.
liked it,
Yeah,
but it
Futurama was good.
just another thing.
I feel the same way about Futurama though that I do about Family Guy.
Mhm.
I think like where it stopped initially is kind of where, not that there wasn't good stuff after, but like kind of didn't need any more, and it felt forced.
Yeah.
When it
some
came back, it
spots.
did feel.
Yeah.
'Cause I thought it ended fine.
Yeah.
Like the
I
way
did
how
too.
him and Leela got, spoiler alert, trapped.
God, Rick.
How did it end again? Because the show's gone again. Do you even know?
Well, they did
I
a
don't
movie. Was the
remember.
movie the end of it?
Did they do a movie?
Yeah, they did a movie. I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't remember. I just remember when I finally finished the series the first time.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really sweet ending.
Blue Jay Gaming just joined the chat. What's
What's up,
up?
Jay?
What's up, Jay? You just missed us watching the Disenchantment trailer on Netflix, and then we also watched the Jonah Hill
Mid90s.
directorial debut, Mid90s.
Yep.
What else? That's mostly
We
it.
talked about Buffy some more.
Yeah.
Talked about Rick trying to commit suicide with his razor.
Yeah.
By cutting his lip off.
Failed.
But yeah, you haven't missed. You've missed stuff, but you can always catch the archive where at youtube.com/user/
some shit we like.
some shit we like.
I'm like, yeah, that place,
Yeah, that
something
one.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disenchantment looks really good.
Yeah, I'm really excited
I'm
about
glad
that.
you guys are
for it.
excited.
Yeah, I always felt that way about Futurama. Also, I always felt like that could have been something that existed within The Simpsons. You know. And I think that's kind of
I think it kind of does. They did a little crossover episode.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the specifics, but I
Right.
know they did a crossover.
And this feels like it could be a TV show that Lisa likes in The Simpsons, you know? Which I think is super fucking cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
For sure.
Did we say when it's coming out?
August
17th.
17th.
Okay.
August is pretty packed, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's that that Happy Madison movie that's coming out.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
What movie is that?
Fucking, I don't know what it's called.
Is it another
Something-
Adam Sandler Netflix thing?
I don't think Adam Sandler is in it, but it's about
Really?
like the tagline is, if you think your dad is embarrassing, wait till you see this one, or some shit like that. And I can't remember what it's
Fuck,
fucking
I'd
called.
almost kind of would want to watch
But yeah.
that trailer.
Anyways.
But yeah, it's there's that, and then like I was saying, that Insatiable thing with Debbie Ryan
Yeah.
comes out, and then this. But they got a big August, man. And Orange is the New Black is coming back too in a couple
already
weeks, right?
back.
Or is it,
It's
was
back.
it this week?
It
Okay.
came back. I
Yeah.
watched the first episode.
Okay. But yeah.
Father of the Year?
Father of the Year. That's what it's called, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I tell you that we watched that the week of movie, the Adam Sandler, Chris Rock?
No.
I watched it. It is
Week
not
of?
good.
It's another Netflix
I'm
Adam
totally missed
Sandler
out.
movie.
It's not terrible, but it is not
I don't think
good.
any of the shit. I think the first or second one that he did on Netflix, we tried to turn it, like we were here for some, I think we had recorded, I don't know what happened. You weren't
tried
here.
to watch it.
And we turned it on for
We
like, I
turned
think
it off.
Michael was here too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't
Which
wanna
one was
watch
it? Was it
this.
It's
Sandy
the Western
Wexler?
one. The Western one.
Oh, the
That was
ridiculous
bullshit.
6 or whatever. Yeah, that was. I think that was supposed to be stupid. I liked
It just,
the trailer for Sandy Wexler, the agent one, looked interesting. I just never watched it. Because it's loosely based on a real person.
I think I heard that.
Yeah, and that seemed interesting. But the week of one, the Chris Rock's son is marrying, or Chris Rock's daughter is marrying Adam Sandler's son, something like that. It's not terrible, but it's like, man, really, this is what you guys got right now? Come on, you guys are both way better than this.
Yeah, I don't think anything he's put out on Netflix has been great, and I
Yeah.
think it's received very poorly too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever, man. Make that Netflix money, dude. I'm not gonna hate
Yeah.
on it.
I just-
That same week I saw another movie with Miley Cyrus and Jeremy Piven that I actually thought was pretty good. It's called So Undercover, where she's like a bounty
They're not
hunter.
just undercover.
No,
They're
this is
undercover.
why she has to go undercover into a sorority.
Okay.
And so it's so undercover.
Oh God.
It's actually once you get past like the first five minutes or so, it's actually really, really good. I really enjoyed it.
All right.
Like, she's trying to play like at the beginning. She's like trying to play a badass. Like her dad's a former cop and all this shit. So she's a private detective kind of thing. And the beginning, she's trying to play like this hard ass badass chick, and like it just comes off as kind of forced. But Jeremy Piven is there to save it.
Yeah.
At the beginning, but then once she transitions into being the character that's undercover in the sorority, it actually gets really good.
Okay.
Yeah. You should check it out.
That's on Netflix?
Yeah, it's worth the 90 minutes of your time. It's again, it's not great, but if you got 90 minutes to waste and you can't think of something to watch, throw that on. It's entertaining as all hell.
All right.
Cool.
But yeah.
Next story.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into some video game stuff, and like I pulled this particular story for.
Oh, you pulled this one.
2 reasons. One, it seems like Nintendo's really getting serious about their IP, which they kind of always have been, but like this is the first time they've actually gone after people. And they've sued 2 ROM sites, and one of them has shut down. I think since the posting of the story, both have actually shut down. And like some of the terminology they used in like the legal letter was like no public playing or broadcasting of, which is like fuck, man. That's like Awesome Games done quick. They do for charity. Like they're technically actionable now because of the wording in that. Anybody streaming old Nintendo stuff on Twitch is actionable because of this. They're not going to go around and sue individual people.
Right.
I really do think they're trying to lock down their IP because, and this is the larger conversation I want to have with you specifically, Bryce. You too, Rick, because you like this old stuff. Do you think this is because of their online service and they're really going to try and do like a quote-unquote Netflix style thing? Or do you think this is them trying to get that stuff off the internet and make it harder to come by, so you have to get into their online service with the hopes that the game you want might be there soon?
Could be, as I've heard people say before. I don't know if this is a Simpsons thing, and I've heard Rick say this a lot, but a little bit of column A, little bit of column B. Is that Simpsons?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
what the fuck? What do you know?
Grandpa Simpson.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of what I see.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it is them protecting their property,
Which they should. They totally should.
Maybe, I mean, I would love if they came out with like a Netflix style. Like, I think that would be amazing if they did that. Maybe it has to do with that. The other thing too, I don't want to talk about this because I feel like I don't have all the facts straight, but I heard, maybe you heard this too. Did you listen to that episode of Kind of Funny Games Daily where Jared Petty was on it? And he was talking a little bit about how some of the copyright laws in Japan work. Where it was something
that from this week?
No.
Okay.
It was a couple weeks ago.
I'm sure I did.
Because, like, it was some interesting stuff where, like, even if you put something, like, on a big screen in a public thing and it's not yours, like, that might be against copyright laws in Japan or something.
That's
and so it's sort of like
theoretically that's kind of the law everywhere.
Yeah.
But they just don't act upon it, which would be time consuming and very expensive.
Yeah.
So, I do remember him talking about that.
Yeah, it was something. And so when you brought up the thing about like them doing stuff for charity, I'm like, well, maybe they're playing off the Japanese law a little bit. So I didn't know.
So I know you and I are probably both all in on their online service for $20 a year or $30 a year.
No, it's 20.
Okay, it's it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But like, let's just say you were on the fence. Like, what would you need? What do you hope from them for that money? Like,
I mean, thank you for that money, because that's not bad. I mean, what
not at all.
No, it's not bad at all. Like, I think it's cool. Like, I mean, it sounds like it's not gonna stay this way. It sounds like it's starting off with retro stuff, but I think it's cool that you're gonna get new games every month.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we still just don't fully know. But I mean, what I'd like,
that's...
what I would like, especially now that we know that it's possible, is just an in-system party chat, because it can be done. In Fortnite, it can be done. So if that can be done, then have that be system-wide. I also still am very confused as to why they went backwards and went back to friend codes, because the Wii U did not have friend codes. And now they went back to friend codes. And so I think that's so weird. Yeah. So I'd love for that to disappear. I know that you could become friends in other ways, like through your social media stuff. Like, so I know you don't have to necessarily depend on the friend code, but it seems like the primary thing is that.
Yeah.
So I wish they would dump that. Yeah, stuff like that. Like, those are two, like, and just something like, because that's simple. I want to be able to, like, it's like I can't even message you right now on the Switch in any way. Not even
ridiculous.
Which maybe that's coming.
Yeah.
And I hope it is. But yeah, like simple things like that, I just think need to be there. I want system-wide party chat. I want to be able to message you something. I want to be able just to send you an invite. That sort of thing, I guess. Like, that stuff has to be there to me. It has to be there. And then I guess we just have to see how their online is at work, like in action. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it other than that, because, yeah.
It just, I don't know. It seems really... What do you want, Rick, out of Nintendo's online service? What are you hoping for?
Cool to play the backlog of games.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I agree with Bryce says as far as like messaging each other and friend. You said they changed the friend code. There you go. Yeah.
Because the Wii U, did not have that. Like, it didn't. I don't remember how it didn't have friend codes. Like, which is weird that they came back.
Also, like the online thing. Like, is that going to be like on all their systems? Or could it be on all their systems? Like, I'm not sure really how the concept of that
well, I mean,
is.
They just
really their system is the 3DS. Switch right now. The 3DS is still around, but it's just like that's
like
much
something like you
out.
just log into with your subscription.
That's
and
the
you
idea.
Can start playing with like Super Mario 3 or something.
The idea is that like this is like your Nintendo account, and now it's gonna go online, like in the same way that you have a Sony account or an Xbox account.
Gotcha. Oh, okay.
Yeah, which the account thing
is good.
The account thing already exists basically,
right,
but
true.
Now they just haven't went online.
Right.
So
I think it's still fucking crazy that I understand that they're probably waiting until the actual rollout of the paid service and whatever, but like I still think it's stupid that I can't send you an invite for Mario Kart.
Yeah, I think that's
even through the game, not even through their app. Right now, the only game that fucking uses the app is Splatoon 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Which it just makes you wonder if they are they've waited so long to show off the stuff. It's like, are they really rethinking this? And then it's like, how are you gonna get people to use that app when you've got Fortnite or the chat's right there? You don't need the app to chat. So like, how it just makes you wonder.
I think that having also there's an app that you can handle your messages and stuff and invites with is cool because that's what Microsoft and that's what Sony do. Like the app is not a requirement.
Just don't have it be a requirement.
Right. They're trying to... Don't make it a requirement.
Yeah.
And fucking... There's more than one game that you can play online. In fact, there's games that are... have huge online communities that you just can't... Like... okay, Ben, I started a private room. Just look for me in fucking Mario Kart. And it's obnoxious that I can't, like, send you an invite and Rick an invite and Ben an invite and then... we could all gang up on Rick and battle mode on Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we fucking do that? It's easier than I'm making it sound, but it seems like such a fucking crapshoot sometimes.
Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that way at all.
Yeah. I don't know if we talked about this on the show or maybe we did. There wasn't much to say, but I mean, like, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen, like, with the new Nintendo president, because there's a new, the new president, like, his name is I think it's Shintaro Furukawa.
Mm-hmm.
I always fuck up the first
name. I think that's
name.
about right.
It is. It's Shintaro Furukawa. So it'll be interesting, I guess, to see like what he's young.
Yeah.
Early 40s or whatever. So I'll be curious to see what kind of changes he has with Nintendo. I don't know if we'll see that as soon as with the online rollout. I don't know, but I don't know. There's a lot of changes, I guess, coming to Nintendo that I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Because I mean, yeah, like now, like I'm already blanking. What was the other guy? What was the interim president's name?
Oh my
Shit.
God.
I knew it so well before. But the
know.
guy he replaced,
Yeah.
like I thought he did good with the Switch
Yeah.
launch and stuff, but he was always a placeholder. And
Yeah.
now we essentially have the new
guy,
Iwata, the new
Yeah.
guy for the foreseeable future. So it'll be interesting to see like how this changes their future consoles, if it does, how it changes their look at online. You know, I'm curious. But yeah, I don't know. I expect things. If you're gonna make me pay for online, then I want shit that is just
universal
for
everywhere
Sony,
else.
and yeah, it should just be that way.
Fucking Apple Games or whatever their service is, whatever. But what's the Apple Games thing called, Rick?
Apple Games?
Yeah, it's their own thing where they have their achievements and shit.
It's like Game Center.
Game Center.
I think it's called.
Yeah. Android, Google has their own thing. Like, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. At least I'm not a developer. I don't write netcode. I don't know. But fucking Apple and Android have their own walled garden with their gaming stuff.
Yeah.
Microsoft and Sony have been doing it for so long that it would be very easy just to be like, let's take a peek at that infrastructure. Okay, we got. I get it, and kind of do that. I don't know. It's super weird, man.
I mean, I guess we're gonna find out more info soon. I mean, September's creeping up.
Do you think they'll do a direct sometime in August?
I do. I think there's going to be some kind of a direct.
Rollout?
I don't know if it's going to be about the online, but I think it's going to be about, because I think they've already said there's games that are coming out the second half of the year that haven't been announced. So
okay, yeah.
I think we'll get that. But yeah, like sometimes I understand. Okay, I understand with the Switch that there's the technology wasn't necessarily there where like you were gonna have to like that system would have been so expensive if in a handheld you wanted PlayStation 4 or Xbox graphics, because like the tech just isn't there yet.
I've said this to you recently.
I would have too.
So I started, as people who watch this regularly or catch us on archives know, I started playing Fallout 4 recently.
Yeah.
And I had to leave the house. And I got mad at my Switch because I couldn't play Fallout 4 on it. And I looked at it and I go, why the fuck can't I play every game on you?
Right.
And that's not the guy I am when it comes to the Switch.
Yeah.
And you know that. But I legit was like, fuck, man. I would have gladly paid an extra $100 to be able to play at least, like, maybe not all the games that are coming out in the next 5 years, but I would have gladly paid the extra $100, maybe even $150 to play everything that had come out at that point back.
Right. But from what I understand, I mean, I agree. I don't even know if it would have cost that because, I mean, again, we're talking, like, I know it's a home console, but it's just, like, I just don't know that the tech is there. And if the tech is there, like, the battery life might suck. Like, I get that there are some restrictions. I get that. But with that said...
The battery life's not great anyway. Like,
I know.
But I mean, it would have been worse,
I guess.
They say 3 to 6. I've been playing Master Blaster 0 a lot lately.
Yeah.
And that is a 8-bit... I mean, it's reimagined, so it's more like a 16-bit style graphics and stuff like that. And I do it on my phones, I do it on my tablets, I do it on my Switch. I keep my brightness below halfway, unless I really need to jack it up if I'm outside in the bright sunlight. Yeah. But I keep it about halfway, and like I'll have like a couple hour, like 2-hour gaming session. It's like, oh fuck, I'm down to half battery. I'm just playing Master Blaster.
Right.
What? Why?
Yeah.
I'm not at home, so my Wi-Fi is not on. It's not connected. I'm not playing with the controllers off, so the Bluetooth is not engaged that way. It's connected. So why is it draining so bad playing fucking Blaster Master 0?
Yeah. I get
I
don't know.
Luminous was doing that to me too, and I get Luminous is a higher res game, so I understand that. There's a lot of shit going on. There's even parts in that get a little bit framey when you have a lot of shit going. I'm like, whoa, Luminous shouldn't run like this.
Yeah.
How is it running like this on this? But yeah, I really feel like, and I said it when they announced the release date and everything like that. I feel like it came out either 8 months too early. I feel like they rushed it out, and 8 months at the least. Like I feel like it got rushed. I feel like it probably would have done better to come out a whole year later. I think there would have been better development time. I think the online service would have been fucking ready to go at launch.
They had to do something though, like they were.
I know they did. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Like that's the thing with Microsoft. Why they came out with the One X? They were hoping they could get people in by saying, "Oh, it's the most powerful thing."
Right.
And they've sold a lot of units, which is they're losing, but they've still sold like 50 or 60 million consoles, which is not bad at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like, and I said it then, and I'll still say it. Like I feel like it got rushed out.
The reason I bring that up though, like, is because I get like we were at a point where I don't think power matters necessarily. You know what I mean? Like it's that we're at that point where it's like, all right, you know, it's fine. Like we're almost at that point where it's like, how much better do you want things to get? But what I will say, the thing that always kind of bugs me a bit about Nintendo, or has, I guess, ever since the GameCube era has ended, because GameCube was probably their last like powerful console, like that was like still trying to compete.
And
in that sense,
it did some stuff better than the others, but it was still, quote, underpowered compared to the other two.
Well, I don't know. Well, maybe, but I mean, I feel like still spec-wise, it was still trying to power.
They were there, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, the part, like, you know, they did the mini disc and all that stuff, whatever. But I just think, like, Nintendo, like, there's no arguing Nintendo's, like, IP, like, their original property. And I just think it bothers me. I don't understand, and that's why I'm really curious to see what this new president does. Not saying that what they do now is wrong, but why can't you put out a system that can at least be on par with the competition? Because if you did that, like, I just feel like they'd be such a beast in the marketplace, because it's like, hey, you've got that stuff that you're only going to play on Nintendo, and on top of that, you want to play, it's just like, it just seems so simple.
And a lot of third parties tried to do that with the Wii U, and then they ran into the fucking stumbling blocks of having to port down everything for it. Batman, Assassin's Creed, like these were all games that were already out. But they were like, fuck it, let's put them out here.
Right.
Let's do it. It's possible, let's do it. And then they sold like ass because they were shitty ports.
Yeah.
And that's partly the developer, and that's partly the power inside the box.
Yeah. I just don't understand it. Just, to me, it's like shooting yourself in the foot. Like, the Switch is fine. The Switch is doing fucking phenomenal. Yep. You know? And
I think it's got great attach rate, too, as far as games, but I think that has to do with there not really being... There's a lot to play, but there's not really a lot to play. I fucking... Until Lumines was announced, and until, like... Sushi Striker got shown, and Taiko Drum Master's coming out, and... you know, the other Kirby game or the Yoshi game or whatever might be coming out next, I really felt like... And I just got it at the beginning of this year, so I was about 9 months behind everybody else that got it, but after I finished Zelda and after I finished Mario, I was like, did I really just get this box for these two games? Because I'm not a Smash guy. I like Mario Golf. I don't like tennis games really, so I'm not going to get Mario Tennis. Sushi Striker's way too expensive for what it fucking is. I played the demo for Toad Treasure Tracker, and while I think it's cute and has a fun little gimmick to it, it's not a game I'm interested in playing a lot of. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, I feel, is overpriced. But I would be into Tropical Freeze if it was like $30, maybe $40. You know, like it's.
I mean,
I have these weird price thresholds.
Yeah.
But like, then the other games that were not Nintendo properties that have come out. It's like the Skyrim special. It's not even special edition. It's just a port of the PC version that's 8 years old. Doom. I already played it, and I don't want to play an inferior version of Doom if I can play a superior version of Doom for literally a fourth of the price anywhere else, whether it's on Xbox, PC. I think it's great that it works.
Yeah, and by all accounts,
great.
It looks amazing. I've heard Doom looks fucking phenomenal.
Wolfenstein, I haven't played the first one, so I'm not going to get the new Colossus yet, but I'm not going to play that on Switch if I do. So it's just but if Switch was more comparable, like you were saying, to the other consoles, and I wasn't sacrificing too much, I would this week I saw that Fire Pro was up for pre-order, and I was like, let me get that on Switch, and then I realized, oh, it's PC and PlayStation only. Yeah. And then I was like, I got sad for a minute. I was like, that's a game I'd play on my Switch. Right. Like, I loved playing Fire Pro on the Game Boy Advance. I took that fucking everywhere with me and went through the fucking painstaking hours of renaming everybody in the game to what they're supposed to be named, change their appearances to what they're supposed to look like, and it took a long fucking time on that little tiny screen. And I would do that all again on the Switch. Yeah. But it's not coming to Switch. Right. right now. I don't think it will. I think it's just PC and PlayStation.
So, I mean,
but that's a game I want on the Switch.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why the Switch can't play a Fire Pro game. Like,
yeah, that's frustrating too. I mean, that said, again, the Switch is doing phenomenal. I mean, I don't want to sit here and sound like we're ripping on it, but my point is, I'm just tired of Nintendo can't do this or that, and it's like it would be so simple for you to just. I don't want to hear that anymore. You know, like why? Like, have the robust online, have the graphics. Not the graphics. Have the specs be where they need to be, because the graphics on Nintendo systems are fine, especially for their first-party games. But it just seems like a no-brainer to me. It's like, why cook something on low heat? And I know sometimes low heat is good. Sorry for anyone that's gonna. I'm just saying, why do things on low when you could crank it up?
Why
and
boil
it would
an
be
egg
better
on low
and faster?
when
Like it's just, I just don't understand. And so we'll see what the future holds. I know there's a lot of stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get into rumors, but there's that patent that they had about like the supplemental computing device that apparently like, can draw power from elsewhere and connect. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. There's stuff out there. I'm just curious about their future. It made me think about this because I'm thinking, okay, we're going to see what their online system is like. And then it made me think about like new president. Yeah. What is he going to do? What is he going to be like? So
like, okay. And so Taiko Drum Master is coming out on PlayStation 4 also. And it's coming to the United States. Yeah. But the controller's not. Same with the Switch. The controller's not. You're gonna have to import it. Right. If and when I get that, I'm gonna get that on the Switch for one reason. The controller on the Switch is USB. So there's not gonna be any fucking Bluetooth lag. Yeah. I don't know about the controller for the PS4. I haven't looked into it, but everything is fucking wireless on these consoles. Right. But there are some things I still want wired. Rhythm game stuff, I want fucking wired. And I think that if again, it's stupid expensive, but I'm stupid and I'm gonna get Taiko Drum Master for the Switch, and I'm gonna pay $75 for just the controller because I'm an idiot, and I'm gonna get it on the Switch because it's a USB controller, and it's got it's funny. The funny thing about it is it's got all the buttons on it too. Oh really? That you need. And I saw somebody comment goes, "Awesome, a new way to play Smash Brothers," and I was like, "That's hilarious." But yeah, and I also saw that a peripheral company is already selling this. It's similar to like everybody came out with shit to shove your Wiimotes in. They're drumsticks that you remember I said somebody needs to come out with those peripherals. Yeah. So if I don't want to buy the fucking expensive controller, I can buy these sticks and still get like a tactile feedback off of something, and somebody has already put those out. So like if I wanted to go and spend $20 at a music shop and get like a practice pad for drumming, I could do that instead of having to spend $80 for the controller. Yeah. But if I get it, I'm gonna get it on Switch because it's USB and I want zero lag in my rhythm games. If Fallout 4 was on Switch, I would have got it there, but it's not. What I want out of this is I want them to do the Netflix thing, and I want it to be. And the thing I think that PlayStation misses, and I think that Xbox misses. I like that Game Pass idea for Xbox, which is literally $10 a month like Netflix, and there's games you can get for free, but they cycle out. Netflix cycles stuff out, and I know it's a licensing thing with that. Sony with PlayStation Plus cycles stuff out. If you do PlayStation Now, they don't cycle those games out. The games that are there are always there, but I'm not spending $20 a month on that. I want Switch to do it and be like, we're not cycle. I know they've already said we're going to cycle things out and new games will come in and some games will go. And I don't know.
Did they say that though? Yeah. I don't know that they said that.
They did.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I remember reading that specifically.
I'm going to say Mike could be wrong on that because I don't think that's true. Okay. But I don't know. Not calling you a liar. I feel like all that I've heard is that as long as you have the games, as long as you have the system, you have access to the games. As long as you have the online.
Right. Okay. But
I don't know.
But like PlayStation Plus, once it's past that thing of being there, if you don't have it, you didn't get it, you can't get it. I don't want that. Yeah. Fucking leave it there. But I'm weird, so it's like there's some weird games that I want to play that I'm probably still gonna have to go through ROMs to play. I doubt they're gonna put the Bases Loaded franchise on this. I doubt they're gonna put a lot of the games that I liked as a kid on this, whether it be because of licensing or whether it be because they're obscure games. Blaster Master was one of those games, but they did that remake. Inti Creates did that remake, and it's fucking really good. Yeah. So I'm glad that's there. But I would love to play that game in its original form again because it's so charming in that original form. But yeah, like I would love to get like the NES Classic Edition or the SNES Classic Edition, but a lot of the games I want aren't on those, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I hear you. I have both now, by the way.
Because they're easier to get now.
Proud owner. Yeah.
You should just do what Dan Riker did and take your SNES Classic and just fucking throw everything on it.
Yeah, I've read that people do stuff like that.
Apparently it's super
Yeah.
easy. My buddy Robert has one of those RetroPie things, and it's got all of NES, SNES, Master System, Genesis, and some other like classic console stuff on it.
How can I get one of those?
Huh?
How can I get one of those?
You can get a RetroPie off Amazon. They sell you.
Really?
Yeah.
But like, I mean, like, you have to do all the work. And
it's super easy. It's so.
But don't they also sell the one where it's already done for you?
Yeah,
like you
but
showed me that
those are
website.
stupid expensive.
Yeah,
like this
but
is literally
there is that.
$40.
Yeah.
Or you could pay a lot of money unnecessarily for one that's got everything on it, or you can just buy it and come over to Robert's house and then because he's got what the one he has Wi-Fi on it, and he has it networked to his computer. So he never actually had to plug it into the computer. He just pointed it to the file on his computer, and it pulled it all over.
Yeah.
So I need to get one of those and go over to Robert's house because I was playing American Gladiators a couple weeks ago for the NES. I fucking love that game. God, I love that game.
Jay remembers playing Blaster Master with Ben.
Yes. Yeah. Jay, get Blaster Master Zero on your Switch. It's so fucking good.
He also said, just to go back, he said that he did the same thing as you with Fire Pro.
Yeah.
And then he says he thinks it's weird that you can get Xbox achievements on Nintendo Switch Minecraft, which is kind of.
I've got a shitload of achievements,
yeah.
but I'm just signed into my Xbox account, which is funny. But yeah, I think that's weird too. I think that.
But it's kind of cool
at
the same time. I mean, there is a lot of things that Nintendo's doing right as far as like the cross-platform stuff.
Well, let's not get it twisted though. If Microsoft wasn't get their lunch fucking stuffed down their throats, they would not be doing crossplay with anybody.
Right.
If they were in the lead and they bought Mojang and Minecraft, shit would not be updated anywhere else except for maybe PC. That's just the way it goes. They're in a position right now where it's good for them to do that.
Yeah.
But if they were in the same position Sony was in, they wouldn't be doing that shit.
Maybe. I don't know. I just think it's cool that it's there.
It's cool.
It's what developers want. So.
Yeah.
Time will tell.
Mm-hmm.
Rick always such a big contribution to the video game.
Oh, totally.
So.
Rick, you been playing Uncharted again, or did you just that little bit after we watched
I was
the short?
gonna play, like I said, I was gonna play last night, or I was gonna stream last night, but I did not. But yeah, I streamed. I think it was Tuesday. I want to say. Yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Uncharted. Yeah, I got to the second Uncharted.
What's your account?
This
the
account.
show account.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah.
So I want to try to stream more gaming on this account, just so we can have that extra.
I think you and I really need to do what we talked about. I need to bring my PS3 over here and hook it all up to your stuff and play the original Tony Hawk's because I have 1 and 2 for PS1, and you can play the PS1 games on PS3, and the emulation's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Just all of us bring over.
Then,
we get way too hot in here. I was gonna say we all just do a LAN party here.
Then I have my Xbox 360, which I have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3, 4, Underground, and Underground 2 on. So I've got the first 6 Tony Hawk games in a playable state.
Nice.
But that can be streamed easily.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to play those games, man.
Fucking original Silent Hill. Original Metal Gear.
I think we should do that for like Halloween.
Yeah.
Because I know for Halloween I want to stream some scary games.
Yeah, Silent Hill is fucking the one to do, the original.
Yeah.
I also have Silent Hill 2 for the original Xbox, which
you told me.
And it's backwards compatible on the 360. Do that too. But Silent Hill 3 I don't own a copy of, I don't think, right now. But I was contemplating buying that collection that came out.
Collection?
For PS3.
Oh, the HD collection.
Of 2 and 3. But they didn't. They did the original voice acting for 2, but not for 3.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. I think that's the only reason why that kind
That's
of
the
put me
reason I
off
never bought it,
because
yeah.
like
3
the
is
acting
like
in the
so
3
good.
is like so good.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. That's exactly what I wanted out of that story, is to have that conversation with you guys about the online and what we want and like. not necessarily gripes we have with the Switch, but things that kind of bum us out about the Switch, even though I love my Switch.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's awesome.
I've been having to spend 2 hours from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the fucking goddamn heat still at Michaela's cheer practices, and I've been playing Blaster Master Zero.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it, aside, like, I mean, the games that you're getting to play on a handheld they're a console game. Like, playing something like a Mario, like, that wasn't going to happen on a 3DS.
I literally played all through Mario in handheld.
That's crazy.
All of it.
I only go handheld when I'm not
Even
home.
when I'm doing, like, the darker side of the moon and stuff, like the harder stuff, I don't know. There's not, but I feel like there's lag when it's not connected to the Switch. I think there's like a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
touch screen could be better too, by the way.
Really? I haven't had problems with that.
I downloaded some demos for some rhythm games too,
Okay.
because I want to I need my rhythm game fix, and there's a tiny bit of lag on the touch screen, which is not great when you're trying to move things around real quick, but it's usable. Like it's workable.
Yeah. It also looks like Jay has the collection for the 360.
Oh no shit! Really?
Yeah.
Dude, Jay, you need to take a picture. Do you still have the shelves with all your games on it? Like, this motherfucker's got games from like PS2 and original Xbox that are unopened on a fucking shelf.
Really?
Oh my god.
He has one of the largest. I don't know if he still does. He had one of the largest video game collections I've ever seen in my life. Like,
that's awesome. He says yes.
Xbox, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, PSP, like, yeah. Ben used to just go over there and like check games out like a fucking rental store because Jay has so many. Take a picture, Jay, and send it to me so I can post it on our show account on Instagram so I can get that out there.
Keeps getting bigger, he says.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Like, that's what he uses all his disposable income on, like, his games, and I think it's fucking rad as shit.
What I was gonna say, I'm still surprised. Like, Rick, I know. I don't know if just work is crazier for you now, but you used to play your 3DS so much at work. Like, do you just not have that downtime? Like, I'm shocked that the Switch doesn't come with you everywhere.
Funny
you
mention that
anymore.
Because this week I'm gonna be working at a school district. No school is in session right now.
Right.
So I'm gonna have a lot of downtime.
Okay.
Also,
so
I
I'm
think
probably gonna bring that.
the thing he was playing the most of on the 3DS was Pokemon. And
That's
I think once that shit comes out on Switch, I think the Switch is
that
gonna
too.
get fucking.
It's funny. Yesterday I was actually looking like, should I pre-order it?
You're getting Eevee?
Oh yeah, Eevee.
Okay, I'm gonna get it. Robert's gonna get it too.
Which one's he gonna get?
I think he said he's gonna get Eevee also, and I said, well, don't worry. I told him, I said, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Rick. I'm gonna get Pikachu. This is my first Pokemon. We'll trade whatever we need to trade.
You gonna get it? You gonna get it?
I don't know.
Come on, join us.
We'll see.
One of
us.
We'll see.
I'm actually, I want to get that, and then I'm really excited for their full-on RPG that's coming out next year.
I mean, yeah, I think that will be
Collection
really
keeps
interesting.
getting bigger.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, it was a floor-to-ceiling shelving that he had.
That's awesome.
Dude.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
Now imagine if you could like rig it with like a secret passage, so you open that and then like you go downstairs and you're like
more.
at Flynn Arcades.
Yeah. My point though with Rick though, like even like regardless, he used his 3DS all the time. Regardless of what he was playing, like he would show me stuff on 3DS. Like I think he used his 3DS more than I did, and so I just like I'm like I know it doesn't have Street Pass, which I know is something that you like, but I'm just like, man, the Switch should be like completely. The Switch to me should be like the solution to not that Rick has a problem, but it's like fuck.
It should be
It should be like fuck. I could play games wherever and whenever I want to.
Yeah. I do.
All right. It's hot. I know.
Yeah, it's hot. We should wrap up.
You were gonna review.
Oh yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you were gonna talk for a long time.
No.
Not that I want to rush you.
It's not gonna be that long.
And thanks, my no.
It's one of those things where I know it was actually about a year ago at this time where I kind of got down on Chris Jericho and I was like, I don't think I can support that guy, whether it be downloading his podcast. I canceled the pre-order for his book, which I might pick up if it's cheap now because I want to read it. I want to read it.
Is this another Mike was wrong? Spoke too soon.
No, not at all.
I'm just fucking with you.
The reason why I decided to not monetarily support him anymore, I think I'm fucking perfectly good on. But so I've been listening to a couple episodes here and there of his podcast lately because he had some interesting people on. Like he had Ultimo Dragon on recently, and that was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And just some other guys. Like, he had Rocky Romero on and like some Kenny Omega and Daniel Bryan right after he got cleared again. So I wanted to hear that. So I went back and listened to like 4 or 5 episodes, and he kept talking about the new Fozzy album, Judas, and like play a song before the thing, and like that's what he does when a new album comes out. It's not surprising. And I listened to the song instead of skipping through it once. I was like, this sounds pretty good. And then I was like, oh, I bet it's on Amazon Music, so it's a service I already paid for. I'm not technically giving him any money, so I guess technically I am, but I'm not.
Indirectly.
Indirectly. I'm not directly funding him, you know?
Yeah.
So I listened to Judas 3 or 4 times this week. And man, that's a good fucking album.
Is it?
Yeah, like, there's a lot of different styles of rock music on there. Like, there's some Ozzy-ish style stuff on there. There's some, like, Avenged Sevenfold style stuff on there. There's even stuff that has, like, an industrial vibe to it that sounds like Gravity.
Really?
There's a song on there that I heard. I was like, this could be a Gravity Kills song.
Huh.
And it's a really, really good album. And I don't think I'm coming back around on Jericho because I never really disliked him as a performer or as, you know, in Fozzy or as a writer. It's just something that he chooses to cram down our throats all the fucking time that I'm kind of tired of hearing from him.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
But the album is very, very good. And if you're, like, everybody talks about how music is so bad right now. Like, there's no good music in this genre or that genre. And, like, it's true to a certain extent. And I've always said this to you again, and you know this because we've talked about this forever. Anything that's good, you got to look for.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna be given to you, and it's very rare that something is spoon fed to you that you're like, this is really fucking good. Like, you have to go out of your way to find things, and that's kind of what makes it fun and what makes things better. Is you feel like you have an emotional attachment to it. You had to go out and find it. So in all types of music. Whether it be rap or hip-hop or rock or heavy metal, there's good stuff out there. You just got to go find it. Mm-hmm. And I think Fozzy's album, Judas, is one of those things, like, if you like rock music, just straightforward rock music, if you like some kind of industrial-sounding stuff, and there's even, like, a nu metal-y kind of song on there that's actually really good. And, like, it's a good-ass album, and give it a shot.
They've been using some of his songs for NXT specials.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'd have to which is fine. I'd have to listen to his stuff because anytime I see the music video and I see him, it feels so hokey.
Yeah.
So if I just listen to it, I'll be fine. I don't think I can watch the videos though.
But yeah, that's a short thing, and I know it's very rare that we end up talking about music at all on this podcast, which is something that we're all super into.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Judas by Fozzy is a really, really good album.
Something I should listen to for sure.
And it's not like Rick, I think there's even stuff on there you like. It's not super heavy. Like, it's, and I know you're not necessarily a fan of, like, super heavy rock music.
We'll play some after the show.
Yeah, it's not bad. I like it a lot. Especially the stuff that I like. There's a song that I think it's called Burn Me Out that sounds like it could be a Gravity Kills song. Like,
that's awesome.
I'm a huge fan of Gravity Kills. Like, I always joke about, like, in the Great War of Gravity Kills versus 9 Inch Nails, I was always fuck 9 Inch Nails. I'm on Team Gravity Kills. Like, similar to, like, because growing up, I always had friends that, like, oh, these two things are super similar. Which one do you like better? And I was like, well, okay. And so I always had to.
That's my question.
I never had to choose.
Favorite question.
But I always did choose. And so, like, Gravity Kills versus 9 Inch Nails was a big debate we always had. Cake versus Weezer was a debate we always had. And I'm on the least popular side of those. I like Cake better than I like Weezer. And I like Gravity Kills better than I like 9 Inch Nails. I'm not saying I don't like both. It's just which one do you like better? Make the decision.
I can't make that.
Then get the fuck out of here.
Weezer.
Take us home, Bryce.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 180 of Some Shit We Like. 280. I fucked that up again. God damn it. Why do I always want it to be 1?
280 episodes.
This has been episode 180 plus 100 of Some Shit We Like. Thank you for joining us in the chat if you did. Jay, Cheesy. Someone else was here?
I think so, yeah. There was other people here.
Anyone else that joined us, we appreciate it.
Thank you very
much. We appreciate
much.
the interaction. We try to interact as much as we can, but try to keep a flow to the show.
When it makes sense.
Sometimes people like Cheesy share a little too much information that we just don't want to share on the show. But Cheesy, that's okay. I'm with you on all that stuff you said. We could have a private conversation one day. But anyways, if you joined us live, we thank you. If you're listening to us on a line somewhere, whatever podcast feed you use or on someshitwelike.com, we thank you for that. And we thank you for checking out the clips throughout the week. If you're watching us on a little clip, you're probably not hearing this though. I always say this.
I think Rick needs to start putting that in at the end of every clip.
Yeah. You're probably not hearing this, but if you watch the clips, we always appreciate that. And then if you watch the full video and you're watching me make an ass of myself right now, then thanks for that too. And until next time, boys.
That was some shit we like.